Welcome to Okaytober week 2. This week's prompts were nature and home, so I wanted to use a little bit of nature for the canvas for this one. I chose to use a wood slice. And I'm trying to use up some of my art supplies because I have an abundance of different mediums that I just don't reach for anymore. I typically focus on digital art now, so it was nice to go back to some traditional mediums. I decided to mix some phthalo blue with some violet for the night sky, which ended up looking very pretty. Then I went in with a lighter colour to give it more of a gradient. For the fox's fur I used an orange, but I mixed some of the phthalo blue in there to bring the colour palette a bit closer together, so it looks like the colours fit within each other. I think it worked out really well. I mixed some buff titanium with a little bit of white and a teeny bit of the orange to get the colour for the fox, for the lighter parts. And then a burnt umber for the nose, a burnt umber for some of the lining on the fox to show where the darker parts are. I used a phthalo green for the grass and mixed a little bit of the phthalo blue and violet mixture in, just to bring it within the same colour palette again. And then a little bit of just phthalo blue on it, phthalo green on its own, sorry, to add in some blades of grass. I wanted to add a star to the sky, so I actually used a top coat nail polish which had lots of holographic flakes in, and this seemed to work really well. And I went in and put a little bit of a glow on the fox so it looks like the moon shining on him. I wanted to add a little bit more nature into it, so I used some fake moss to decorate the edges of the wood slice. I added an amethyst crystal to the top of the string which it was hanging from. Amethyst represents peace, and then to add to the nature I added a small pine cone to the bottom. I had to figure out a way to attach it, so I had to add another hole to the bottom of the wood slice. And then because I have lots of little crystals lying around, I thought I'd add some clear quartz onto the bottom as well. Clear quartz is a crystal that can amplify any of the energies around it. paint over the hole that I drilled into it because it had lifted some of the paint up. But then I finished it off by tying the pine cone to the bottom. And finally, to showcase Okaytober week 1,
That's pretty cozy.
the prompts were nippy and cozy.